It was a horrifying morning commute for people over on the West Bank today. New Orleans police say a hit and run in Algiers escalated, leading to a shooting and a chase across the Crescent City Connection. And there are still some questions about exactly what happened there. And Lily Cummings spoke with an eyewitness today. She brings us more details now in the studio. Lily.
Katie, there's still some confusion about how it all played out. According to the NOPD, after the fender bender, the victim tried to exchange information, but the suspect took off and shot at the victim. But according to an eyewitness we talked to, the victim was followed as they tried to get away from the suspect after they were shot at. Now, what is clear is that it was a wild rush hour with bullets flying. For Ian Wilson, it was a typical workday. His morning commute began in Algiers shortly before 8 a.m. Wilson says he was near Shirley Drive in General de Gaulle when he observed a black SUV. As traffic moved towards the Crescent City Connection, Wilson says he noticed the same vehicle stopped. He says the SUV pulled out in front of him next to a brown pickup truck.
And that's where I saw he tried to pull on the passenger door handle of this truck and was verbally saying something to the guy. And at that point, the traffic started to go, so the truck proceeded forward. And he took a second like he was going to chase after it on foot, but he turned around and came back to his car. His car door was wide open. And at that point, I noticed he had a black handgun in his hand. And I was like, whoa, this guy got out of his car with a gun. That's crazy.
As traffic kept inching forward towards the bridge, the situation escalated.
Pulled up to the vehicle again, got back out with his handgun, walked up to the passenger window and tried to smack the passenger window with the pistol to break it, and it didn't break.
Wilson says the driver of the truck tried to get away from the SUV driver. That's when the SUV driver opened fire.
And I heard the gunshot and saw that he had shot at the truck.
According to Wilson, that's when the black SUV began chasing the pickup.
And at that point, I got to the Crescent City Connection, so they're a little further up on it, and I heard a second gunshot.
Wilson says other drivers were slamming on brakes and making way for a state trooper that flew by. According to the NOPD, the pickup truck driver was on the phone with police as the chase ensued.
It was really a quick response, especially down here, by the state police, by our units, and it's still being investigated as we speak.
It ended in downtown New Orleans by the World War II Museum, where police say the suspect's vehicle crashed. According to police, the suspect tried to run away but was arrested. Police also say they confiscated 2 weapons. Wilson said drivers had nowhere to go in heavy traffic.
Still in shock just actually seeing someone pull out a gun like that early in the morning and just being stopped in the middle of all that traffic.
And at this time, we don't know much about the driver of the pickup truck, but police did say that no one was injured.